Hello everyone and happy sunny Monday. Welcome to this week's video announcements. I want to start with a reminder that this Sunday, March 15th is the last day to make donations for our Bid and Bump auction, which will be happening during Fellowship Hour the last two Sundays of March, March 22nd and March 29th. You can also already offer things for our silent auction, which is happening in April. Both of those are service auctions, so we're not asking for objects to be donated, but things that you can offer to people in the congregation. The Bid and Bump is for events that are on a specific day that have 4 to 10 people involved. The silent auction is for things that you're just offering one or two of. And we have a form that you can fill out if you want to give to either of those. I will put that link in the comments. The only kind of object that we are accepting is original artwork. So if you have original artwork you want to donate, you can donate that to our silent auction. We have the Fellowship Gallery reserved for the month of April, and it'll be full of art from folks in our congregation that you can bid on, which is really exciting. Tonight at 7 p.m. our drop-in grief group is meeting. Karen Campbell facilitates that, and she does a really nice job. That is for anyone who's experiencing any kind of grief. Again, that's 7 p.m. And it is in room 7. Tomorrow night, our UU History movie night is happening, our monthly UU History movie night, and we'll show about an hour-long video about some aspect of UU History, and then there'll be some time for conversation. That happens at 7 p.m. up in the youth room. This Thursday is the next session of Naughty Conversations, which is the UUA's webinar series this spring on anti-racism and multiculturalism. This one is specifically on dealing with shame, fragility, and denial. Harry Perkeiser will be leading our group here, but it'll be put on by our UUA's New England region. We'll be watching it together at 7 p.m., 7 to 8:30, up in the youth room this Thursday, March 12th. This Saturday and Sunday, it's our Death and Dying weekend. At 6 p.m. on Saturday, we are having a Death Cafe potluck and conversations, 6 to 8 p.m. in the dining room. The Death Cafe is a movement promoting honest, non-judgmental discussions about death and dying. And adult participants will be invited to share their thoughts on questions like, what is a good death? What happens after we die? What plans have you made for the end of life? Etc. So it'll be a potluck dinner at 6, followed by conversations starting at 7. And Karen Campbell and Eileen Herring are organizing that. This Sunday, Ben will be leading worship. He's got a service on imposter syndrome and finding wisdom within yourself. And after the service, we'll be continuing our Death and Dying weekend with a program on Right to Die. This program is being put on by the Final Exit Network. It's sponsored by our social justice team and our pastoral care associates. It is 11:30 to 12:30 up in the auditorium, and we have an outside speaker coming in, the Reverend Michael Morse from the Final Exit Network, and he's going to talk about Final Exit Network services, relinquishing life versus suicide, death with dignity, advanced directives for Alzheimer's disease and dementia, and New Hampshire's medical aid in dying initiatives, and more. So he's going to cover a lot. Reverend Morse is a Unitarian Universalist. He's an active member of the congregation in Frederick, Maryland, and he is supposed to be an excellent speaker. So I think that's going to be a wonderful program, 11:30 to 12:30 this Sunday in the auditorium. Also this Sunday, our youth group is going to be going glow bowling in the afternoon, probably at 2 p.m. They're finalizing that time. If you want to know more about that, you can check in with Ben or Sadie. They can both give you more information. And this Sunday is our monthly community dinner. So if you would like to volunteer at our community dinner, I will put the link in the comments where you can sign up to volunteer. We're always looking for more folks to volunteer. You don't have to know anything. You can just sign up and show up, and there'll be people there who know what's going on and will be able to tell you what to do. And it's a great opportunity to serve our community and to get to do that service with others in the congregation. Next week, we've got a few things going on. On Tuesday is the next session of Building the World We Dream About. Wednesday, Sadie and I are leading our second session of Eat, Share, Learn, which is our lunchtime conversation group. So it's going to be at noon, March 18th. That's a Wednesday in the dining room. Bring your own lunch and join us for some conversation. It'll be casual, but we hope meaningful. And the question that we're going to be exploring this month, is what are the foundational stories that shape or have shaped you? What are the foundational stories that shape or have shaped you? So I hope you will join us. On March 21st, that's not this Saturday, but next Saturday, we are having a trivia and game night from 6 to 8 p.m. here at the church. Everyone is invited. We'll have a bunch of board games. We'll do a few rounds of UU trivia, and we'll have pizza. So you please do join us. It'll be fun. And you're also invited to bring a side or a dessert to share if you would like. Just make sure that those are made without nuts. On March 28th, we have our next Leadership Summit coming up from 9 a.m. to noon. That is a time when we come together to do three things: to network with other people in the congregation, to dig deeper on a broad church topic, and to build leadership skills. Everyone in the congregation is invited. Even if you don't think of yourself as a leader, it's a great opportunity to connect with others, hear what other folks are doing in the congregation, and dig a little deeper on a couple topics. Later this spring, we have a couple of opportunities to connect with our larger denomination. The Northern New England District Spring Assembly and Annual Meeting is happening here at UU Nashua, April 24th and 25th. It's only $15 to register. We are going to have some great workshops and worship there. We will also be voting on dissolution, on dissolving our district. So if you are interested in being a part of that conversation, we'd love to have you at the annual meeting. And I will put the link in the comments where you can sign up for that. At the end of June, our Unitarian Universalist Association's General Assembly is happening in Providence, Rhode Island. Sadie and I did a webinar about all the ways you can be involved. I will put a link to that in the comments. And we're also asking folks to fill out a form to let us know if you're going to attend any part of General Assembly. I'll put that link in the comments as well. And it's you can get all the information from the webinar or from the General Assembly page on the UUA's website. And one final thing, we are looking for folks to cook casseroles, bake casseroles for the soup kitchen. For many years, our church has provided the Nashua Soup Kitchen with 6 American chop suey casseroles each month. And we need you and your family members, you and some friends, you and members of your covenant group, you and members of your church team. We need you to prepare and deliver these casseroles to the soup kitchen sometime during the month at your convenience. You can volunteer for just 1 casserole or 2 or 3 or all 6. You can volunteer for just 1 month or for many months. You can cook in your own kitchen or use the church kitchen. We try to make this as flexible as possible. You can also submit your shopping receipts to the church office for reimbursement. Or you can consider those expenses a donation to the church. And best of all, you don't even have to be a good cook. The recipe is super easy and we will provide it to you. We do have a link to sign up for making those casseroles. I will put that link in the comments. That was a lot. I will have lots of links in the comments, so check those out. And in the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful week.